How to not date based on potential. What do you do when he talks about his ex, and is he losing interest when he hasn't extended the date plans again? Welcome to Ask Mark. It's week number 77. We're doing a cheeky one from the Perth little loungy place here, which is cool. Just about to head back to Brizzy after spending a week here with Master Coach Brett Ellis. So you may know Brett from the Facebook group. We've been working together really hard to create the Academy, the second version of the Academy. The upgrades are happening. They're going to be released later this month. September 27th is the date. So make sure foundation prices, foundation member prices still available right now. Get in there. I really love the content I've created for you. It's ordered, it's structured. You're going to go through all the Understanding Men content is now there. Well, it will be there when version 2 is released. So get in there and join us in the free Facebook group as well, and on the Q&A webinars. In the Academy, let's get into the first question. It is from Anne, and Anne says, how do I not date, or how do you not date based on potential? She said in response to an email from me. I mean, when you're starting to get to know a new person, it's really all based on faith, trust, and potential, isn't it? Well, no, it's not. It's not. When you date, so many people do this, men, women do this, is we date someone based on what their potential is going to be, or what they might become. And here's the reality, if you're not accepting them as they are right now, then you're going to resent them as they are right now. You're literally building resentment because you're going, hey, I'm going to love them when they get to this point, or I'm going to love this trait when it gets to this point, which means by definition, you're not accepting it as it is. So you're going to resent it as time goes on. It's great if people change. It's great if they show that, and you can be aware of the habits that would create that. Things like if they're self-aware now, if they're implementing, if they're taking action in their own life now, if they're being vulnerable with you now. Those things are all important, right? Because they are likely to lead to growth in the relationship. You cannot date, though, based on what they're going to be in the future. You have to love someone exactly as they are now. Otherwise, you, by definition, will resent what they are now. So always ask yourself, if this trait didn't change, if this incompatibility didn't change, would I still be with this person? Would I be willing to accept this? So important. I was talking about a couple of the male dating personalities in the Academy and the stuff I was filming, and one of them is the child, the lazy guy. And it's like, okay, yeah, he might change, he might get motivated and get his life together, but you can't date him based on that. You have to say, okay, if this doesn't change, am I accepting this now? Good question, Anne. Great question. Second one is from Sakura. And Sakura says, hi, I recently went on 2 dates with a guy, and they were both extremely successful. After texting became less frequent, so I decided to reach out for a third date. We scheduled a date for that weekend, which is cool. Went really well. However, at the last minute, he cancelled due to illness, which seemed to be the truth and not a blow-off. He also messaged me when he cancelled that he missed me and still wanted to see me, so that's good. You want the guy, apologising, making up for it. However, he has yet to reschedule another date and has left my text messages on read for longer periods of time. His messages are long and filled with questions, but simply less frequent. Am I overthinking this situation, or is he losing interest? And can I ask him on a third date reschedule without him being turned off and myself looking desperate? Thanks sincerely from Sakura. Okay, there's some resistance there if the texts are slowing down. It's hard to say whether that resistance could be something that's happened in his own life, another woman that's come in, an avoid and attachment style. We don't really have enough information to work on. He's kind of at that stage where he's like, I logically like her, I want to put effort into her, but he's subconsciously finding himself, pulling back a little bit. With what to do now, his messages are still long, so that's a good thing. He's given you plenty to talk about and respond to. So I'd be using that to go, hey, give me a call, I'll tell you more about it, and see if he will jump through that hoop, because that's good. If he's calling you up, he's jumping through more hoops. And then at that stage, you're going to find out more about what's going on with him in his life. Hopefully he calls you and you'll get more information based on that. And you can say, hey, you're going to have to ask me out again soon, or you're going to have to invite me out to that thing that we're talking about. Worst case scenario, if he's not willing to call you, you can send something like that over text. Ideally, I would like him to be the one putting in the effort now. Long texts are nice, but I'd like to see more than that. I'm sensing some resistance here. So tell him to either call you, ask you out again, gauge his response. He's still investing, so hopefully he will jump through that hoop. Good question. And the last one is from Rezo. And Rezo says, what's your interpretation of this? A guy you're in a relationship with, still kind of new, tells you about an ex texting him and the reasons behind it, and tells you she has her life and I have mine. Honestly, Rezo, my interpretation of that is that it's pretty darn healthy. Good communication. I can actually remember a situation where I think I'd been dating my former partner 4 or 5 months, and I saw her phone was sitting down and a text flicked up, Andy. And I knew that was her ex, and I didn't know they were still in contact at that time. I knew he messaged from time to time. And I remember thinking, okay, cool. It is what it is. Hopefully she'll say something about it. Just kind of left it. I think literally the next day she said, oh, by the way, Andy texted me, this is going on, he's doing this. Brilliant, right? Brilliant. So that's what you want. This sounds like really good, healthy communication. And unless your intuition, not insecurity, I'll put the link to that in the video below. Unless your intuition is saying something is off, my interpretation from what you've written here is honestly that it sounds really healthy and honest, and that frankly it'd be nice if more people talked about their ex and had relationships with their exes like this. So those are the questions for today. Thank you for watching. Hit the big red subscribe button with the little bell as well so you get the notifications. Always hit the bell. And yeah, heading back to Brizzy now. We're going to finish up work on the Academy. I really wanted to get Brett on for a video. We weren't able to. We're doing so much work on the Academy. Literally like 25, 30 recordings. It's all going to be in there on top of the ones that are already there. And then part 3 is going to be out later in the year, early next year. So get in there before the price goes up. It's honestly going to be the best content that I've produced. The Academy, organized, ordered, you're going to get the results. So yeah, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. Hit the like button and leave your questions, thoughts, and comments below as you always do. Thanks so much again, and I will see you back in Brizzy for the next video.